And what about the other guy? Welcome to Norwegian Throwdown 2024. We're here in Furuset, Oslo, Norway. We got 2 days of competition, 6 total events for these athletes. My name is B.Friendly, and we'll be streaming the RX divisions. For all of the streams, we're going to have 4 heats of athletes. The first 2 heats will be teams of 2 men. Then we'll have 1 heat, teams of 2 women, and then a final heat of teams of 2 mixed pairs. The first workout is called the Navy Race. Throw it up here on the screen for you. This one is programmed by multiple-time fittest athlete in Norway on the men's side, Nikolai Bilodel, CrossFit Games athlete back in the day, individual and team, and it's called the Navy Race. They have 9, 6, and 3 burpees over the obstacle, which is 80 centimeters high, and a shuttle run in between rounds 9 and 6 and 6 and 3. That's the first half of the workout. It transitions immediately into 5 rounds of work with the dumbbell. You see the dumbbells there, Synchro dumbbell snatch, 10 reps, and 5 over-unders of the obstacle. And this is heat 1 of 2 for the men in the RX division. No, the athletes have not necessarily been seeded by anything in particular up to this point. We will reseed after 2 events today before the nightcap tonight, which will have some weightlifting complexes. I'm going to apologize in advance for the pronunciations of the teams, and with some teams joining the competition late, I also don't have the athletes' names dialed in. I'll take a look tomorrow and see if we can figure that out. But Geir Eugen, oh man, I'm sure that's terrible. He's in lane number 3 right there.
You want help with the names?
Please.
Which ones?
All of them?
Jedda og Haien, Dummere og Dummere, Broken Handshake, Team Bananas, Heidek Heis Athletics, Pedro, yeah buddy, Julstein Tractor Club. Oh, it's really Norwegian names. It is like a tractor club.
Yes.
Julstein Tractor Club.
And Team GX.
Team GX.
I got that one. All right, so thank you, Roger. Roger Gilros, the competition organizer and event owner of Wadla Group, one of the 5 owners of the Wadla Group. It's a rebrand that they're undergoing. They put on 5 events minimum annually in Norway and Scandinavia, Sweden, up here in Scandinavia. And we had a podcast with him yesterday, also back in February. Both of those podcasts are great listens if you're a competition organizer, know a competition organizer, or are curious about how to run successful and profitable competitions in the CrossFit space, which absolutely can be a challenge for people, even if they've had a lot of experience doing it. Down here on the other side of the floor, I believe this is the Tractor Club. Starting in on some dumbbell snatches. Probably should be facing the other direction, but they'll sort it out. They're going to have to move the dumbbell forward. And you see a few teams already having done that, so this should be Yeah Buddy, one of the leaders in the heat, and 2 lanes down for them, Pedro, I believe, are the leaders. Yeah Buddy moving forward. Pedro right behind them. And then Tractor Club. So those are the top 3 teams in the heat right now. 8-minute time cap on this workout. One more heat of male RX coming up after this. Again, there's not necessarily seeded by anything in particular, maybe just the order in which they sign up for the competition. So we could have some great times coming out of this heat for sure. Yeah Buddy continuing to lead here. Close race right behind them between Tractor Club, Pedro, and then down there in the purple and black. I'll check and see. A couple teams maybe not showing up. Let's track with this team here, see if we can check and see that team name. Heidek Athletics in the top 3 currently in the heat. Now, there's one little nuance to this workout. You guys see the weight vest that they're wearing. The weight vest is provided by Navy Race, and they'll wear them throughout the workout. After this fourth round of dumbbell snatches, we're getting pretty close to the end of the workout here, actually. After the fourth round of dumbbell snatches, the teams will go back down the floor and dump their weight vests. The last round will be performed without them. Yeah, these teams moving very fast. We're just approaching the 5-minute mark. 8-minute time cap, not going to be needed for at least these top 4 teams. And now it is Pedro moving the dumbbells forward for the last time. Right behind them, yeah, buddy. And here comes Tractor Club. They're all going to have to go remove their vests. And there goes Heidekreis Athletics as well. Just moving a little slower than the rest. Anytime you go past the obstacle, you have to go over or under it. Totally up to the athletes. You cannot go around it. So vests are dumped off there for both the top 2 teams. On the jog now. They should have to go to the dumbbells. So there was just a mistake there, and I'm going to talk about it because we're probably going to have to review this later. So this team is actually doing it in the order they're supposed to. So is that team. The team in the gray shirts operated out of order there. They should have gone to the dumbbells before the get-overs. So the amount of time that they took, that it takes to go from the obstacle to the dumbbells and back twice, it was going to be probably the penalty that needs to be assessed to even out the time. So it's hard to tell who's in the lead because one of the teams did do the operations out of order. Well, and now they're sending them back, so I'm not entirely sure what's happening here. I feel like they did an extra set of over-unders. But as it is, yeah, buddy gets across. We're going to have a review on that there. Roger. And Pedro are going to get in. They should definitely be in second, possibly in first. We'll check that. Here comes the Tractor Club. So those will be the top 3 teams. Roger. All of that, I got it on video and talked about it so we can get it right in the review. Done.
Done.
Wow. How do you say your team name?
Jedenheim.
Jedenheim.
Like in the shark.
Sneaking in there, one of the top finishers in the heat.
Nice.
Not sure.
Cardio beast. Cardio beast.
Cardio beasts, apparently. Heidekreis gets across, 1 minute to the time cap. Let's see what team, last team in the heat. How do you say that? Dumera gets in below the time cap. So all teams in heat number 1 have finished. We will clear up the scoring of the top teams there, but sub 7 minutes. So all under the time cap. First heat of the men are done. Second heat of the men are lining up on the other side of the floor. Apologies for the little bit of flow inconsistency there, but the judge and then one of the spectators knew it as well and already talked to Roger about it, and we will definitely clear it up. But either Yeah Buddy or Pedro will have the top time there, and it'll be just probably underneath the 6-minute mark. Teams of 2 heat number 2 for the RX men will be coming up next. Lining up over here in the staging area. Osa, one of the best in the business. Nice signs here, brand new signs. We talked about the rebrand with Wadla, the call room staging area. Obviously portable sign will be inside the arena later on today. But clear branding, clear identification of where everyone is supposed to be. One of the many things that Roger Giros and his team takes into consideration when putting on these competitions, wanting to make everything as easy to follow, clear, and simple as possible for everyone involved. Nice work, guys. Navy race, heat 1 in the books. Just a little for clarification meeting from the judges going on there. And as you see, pretty good attendance here on a Saturday morning in Oslo. There are still a bunch of people inside the arena as well. Competed in the Halmstad Throwdown last year, and they had a similar where they had one event outdoors on a turf field and then the rest of them in the arena. A couple of legends right here. Yeah, there's some good smiles. Roger's dad and uncle on the gear team, kind of always available to help in any capacity. Spoke about them on the podcast yesterday as well, actually, some incredible stories in terms of how Roger's been able to bring his family into the fold. Many competition organizers around the world do things similarly to that. And in some ways, it's more than just showing up here and helping, but it's kind of transformed their lives. If they've been, in retirement after working a long time, and now they found another way to stay active, stay involved, support their family, and also the community that's out here. Second heat for the men are getting set. Back in the staging area, throwing on the Navy race vests. Let's throw up the workout here one more time so you guys can take a look at it if you missed it at the intro. Event 1 of 6, heat number 2 of 4 RX heats that we're going to stream here. We'll have, this is the second and final heat of the men, then we'll have the women, and finally we'll have the mixed teams of 2. The entire competition is teams of 2, 3 different divisions for the RX. Navy race is kind of a 2-part workout, 8-minute time cap with the weight vest on for a majority of it. You'll start out with some synchro burpee, get over the obstacles, and shuttle runs. After that, they'll transition into the second half, which has the synchro dumbbell snatch and synchro over-unders. Synchro over-under, relatively new movement in CrossFit. It's we went over the synchro standards, and it's pretty simple. Basically, after every one, you got to get back on the same side and touch the beam. So you'll see the athletes doing that. We're down here in Team 15. See if I give my names the best chance that I can. Team Underdog CFS, give me a lane 15. If they show up. Rinkerbet Bucket Bada Club, lane 14. Wizard, 13. RX Light, lane 12. Karlstad, lane 11. Team Mai, 10. Lane 9, Kondes Gutta. Lane 8, Gorillas. Lane 7, Team Biceps Curl. Lane 6, Team Pit Stop. Lane 5, Maximum Effort. Lane 4, Casper and Hamden. Lane 3, 151 Yang. Lane 2, Legs Miserables. And lane 1, SMFR. So we got a full heat if all the athletes are here. Had maybe one team scratch in the first heat. So we'll see. Athletes now have all the stage the vest and then move up to the starting line. All divisions are doing a version of this workout today. B.Friendly Fitness and myself were involved with the programming alongside Roger for the weekend. And then Nikolai Bilodel and his team helped to program this workout in particular. And in all aspects of the programming, strong consideration given to just the ease of flow between divisions for the equipment crew. And so a very similar version, no extra equipment needed on or off the field of play throughout all the divisions taking on the Navy race this morning here at Furuset. Norwegian Throwdown 2024. Heat number 2 for the men's RX teams of 2 is underway. It looks like we may have one empty lane, possibly down in lane 3, 151 Yang, maybe the team that's not there. Everyone else getting set on the first movement here. This is the 9 burpees and get over the obstacle, 80 centimeters on the obstacle. Anytime they traverse the obstacle, they have to go, for the shuttle runs, they have to go over or under it. They have the option. After 9 reps, you're going to see the athletes take off away from us here. They're going to run down to the far side of the field, come back, go over or under the obstacle, and then finish the shuttle run on the other side before getting back to the second round, which will have the 6 get-overs. Closest to us here, one of the leaders, Team Underdog CFS, I believe. Actually, maybe lane 14.
Yes, good. Och nu 6. En samtidigt. Bra. Två.
Wow, and I'm going to apologize. The teams may just be all sorts of out of order. That scorecard said Karlstad, which is not the lane that they were assigned to. So we'll see. But second set of shuttle runs is underway. 3 teams in the middle of the floor. Judges holding the standard, making sure they get over the line there, and the standard of what a shuttle run would be. And so there are the leaders. Second place team there in purple. 2, 3, 4. Top 5 teams here in the middle of the floor. Let's see if we can see who the leaders are. They're Gonna go after this one straight to the dumbbells for the second half of this workout. Well, yeah, so messed up the flow there for this workout as well. No need for that shuttle run at all. Both these teams doing work that was not part of the prescription of the workout, so it's probably something else that's going to need to be sorted out there. And so now we have another set of leaders up here in the front. Here we go. Now we have the synchro over-unders that I'm talking about. You see them touch there, so they can go under, over-under kind of however they want. Touch, and that's a good rep. And I have 5 of these here. This is the biceps curls team. And they'll go to their second set of dumbbell snatch. Second place team here should be, oh, and we had another team jumping up in the mix, outside lanes here in the white t-shirts. Three more reps here. And the synchro dumbbell snatch, alternating arms. RX light. Second in the heat currently. Biceps curl and RX light, the top 2 teams, although there were a few issues that need to be resolved in terms of the transition there. So a pretty tight race. Athletes just seeing this obstacle this morning for the first time at the briefing, and with the RX men being some of the first athletes or the first division to take it on, having to implore one of the tactics that, or the concepts that is true to CrossFit, which is to figure things out on the go. So you see some of the over-unders. If you have some time to practice, it may be a little more fluid, but figuring it out on the go here, some of the teams doing just that and maybe coming up with some new strategies in the midst of the workout. And Karlstad there. There's RX light in the white. Dumbbells already advanced here for biceps curls. A couple other teams joining them here. Now after the 4th round of that dumbbell snatch, they're going to move the dumbbells forward to the blue, and then they're going to run all the way back down the field and remove the vest for the final round of dumbbell snatch and over-unders. So you see those top 2 teams now, top 2 teams, and now 3 and 4 are coming up to the 4th set of dumbbell snatch. Will be the last set of dumbbell snatch with the vests on. Ringerbet Battle Club down here. See if we can get a team finishing up here. So those guys on the dumbbell snatch at the blue cones, no vests on is the signal that they're one of the leaders. After the dumbbell snatch, they should have to go back to the over-unders. And this team all the way down here in lane number 1 is the second. See who we get across the line here. And the white shirts down there, they were one of the leaders. I wonder if they also screwed up the flow. Let's see when they finish. They have 2 more reps down there in the white. And now they're going back for their over-unders, so we should have a finishing team coming across the line there in the tie-dye and black tank tops that I believe will get in and be the winners of the heat. And then way over here in lane closest to us, and the white t-shirts there towards the far side of the floor, will be the second and third teams across. And run to the finish here about the same time. If it's the first athlete, it might be the guys close to us. If it's the second athlete, it's the white t-shirts getting in just slightly ahead of them. So we'll have to check that the scoring. Another finisher coming across there, about 4 lanes down from us. Final dumbbell snatches for team in the foreground here. Maximum effort team. Another finishing team right there. We had 151 Yang get in. Gorillas had gotten in across the line. Legs Miserables had got in. They may get some time credited back depending on how things go. We'll have to see. Order of operations situation.
Simon will cover.
T pit stop. No, is that your name? Biceps curls may have been the fastest time there. 616, 616. Team MIE get across.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And time, Roger. RX men have finished up the Navy race. RX women are already lining up there. One heat of the RX women's division coming up. Same workout, same weights, same obstacle, same weight vest, same distance to run. One heat rather than two. Have a full heat of 15 listed. We'll list off all the team names. Cannot guarantee for sure that they're in the right lanes out here. Apologies for that. In this heat, we're going to have Hefty Smurfs, Team Gerd, Pernil and Vero, Kajakach and Bentabet, Phoenix Fighters, Bjorngard, Superjal Tarna, Sina and Hanna, Treinsgubular, Sarah and Andrea, Norog Sur, Arjun Hurdat, Medics, No Brain, No Pain, and the Housewives of Hoybroten. By no means do I claim to be an expert in Norwegian, but do my best there. Let's take a look at the workout one more time for this heat. Navy race, first of 6 workouts over 2 days of competitions these athletes will take on. Nikolai Biladal, mastermind behind this one. 2-part workout. The first part has some synchro burpees over the 80-centimeter obstacles that you see here in the middle of the floor, and shuttle runs in between each of those sets, 9, 6, 3. Immediately after the set of 3, they should progress forward to the dumbbells, where they'll have 5 rounds of 10 synchro dumbbell snatch and 5 synchro over-unders, same obstacle, same height. First 4 of those rounds will be done with the weight vest. The whole workout will be done up to that point with the weight vest on. Then they'll return to the starting staging area actually and drop it off. And the final set of dumbbell snatches and over-unders will be done without the weight vest before getting across the finish line. Hopefully all done underneath the 8-minute time cap. RX men have already taken on this test. RX women up now. And I must have been in a lane earlier that was wrong. There's a 22.5 kilo dumbbells for the men, 15 kilos for the women. So my apologies there. And the women in the RX division are off. 9 synchro burpee, get over the obstacles, immediately into a shuttle run. Couple empty lanes. Looks like we had 13 out of 15 of the teams that have showed up for the first workout here.
Just look at the line when they're running.
Be on the lookout for some of the first movers here. They should be running towards us. Hear the judge, both feet, one hand over. Those are the early leaders in the heat. Let's check in and see what team we have here. Communicating with the judge very clearly there. Harjan Hurjat, leaders in the heat here. See several other teams joining them on this middle set of burpees over the obstacle. 6 reps in this round. Second place team after that first interval. Bjorngard. Slight lead at this point. Very close race of 4 or 5 teams, all getting back from that second shuttle run within a second or two of each other. And again, we have some order of operations error there. So teams going to do a shuttle run that they don't need to do, and these teams in the foreground. So Bjorngard doing an entirely extra shuttle run that is not necessary or part of the workout, allowing all 5 of these teams here in this side of the arena to get ahead of them. No shuttle run after the round of 3, but some of the teams did just do it. So we're going to have a little bit of a review on that. We're into the second half of the workout either way. Alternating dumbbell snatches and synchro over-unders. So no more burpees required. And coming to the dumbbell in the second round now, the new leaders in the heat, although could potentially change when we have some reviews. Pernil and Vero. Hefty Smurfs here in the outside lane. And Team Gerd. So those are the top 3 teams in terms of how far they've progressed through the workout at this point. Potentially do have some logistics to figure out in terms of appeals and extra work being required for some of the teams that were the early leaders. Bjorngard moves their dumbbells forward. They were one of those teams that definitely did do that extra work that was not required. Hefty Smurfs being called back to make sure they get their hand on the horses there. And dumbbells advance one more time for the leaders in the heat. Phoenix Fighters. Bad.
Yeah.
Most teams in the third round of the dumbbell snatches here. Another team advancing to the 4th round there. Now, once they move the dumbbells to the blue, they're going to have to return to the staging area and drop off their vests. See if we can check in and see which team down on this other half of the floor that's in the lead. First pair of dumbbells way down there on the other side is at the blue, so they should be returning to drop off the vests. But they haven't done that. They did the over-unders before going to take the vests off. We'll see what happens on the way back. Now these athletes right in front of us should be going all the way back to the drop the vests off. Oh no, they do the over-unders, then they go drop the vests off. All right, my fault on that one. So the top team does have the vests off and is in the final round of dumbbell snatches way down there on the other side of the floor. Probably feels pretty good to lose that vest. Fast set of dumbbell snatches way down there. Those are the leaders. Just move the dumbbell over the line. They'll have to progress back down for a set of over-unders, 5 of them. Should be 1 rep right there. 2. 3 more reps, and then get across the finish line. They'll have the fastest time on paper. There are potentially some disputes, as you see the athletes, not these ones, but the ones in the middle of the floor there, they're doing dumbbell snatches that definitely did an extra shuttle run. And we do have 1 team across the line already. And about 7 or 8 teams on this final set of 10 dumbbell snatches. All of the women in the field have dropped their weight vests. So we're going to have a pretty quick finish here. Across the line in the foreground before the team on the way far side of the field. A couple other teams now coming across. Another finishing team there in the red pants, pink tops. Another team right behind them, about a few lanes down. Far side of the floor, we get another team across. Less than 1 minute to go. We have a few teams left on the field of play. 40 seconds to the time cap. 6:11 was the top posted time. There are some teams that did an extra shuttle run. Maybe they'll appeal it, so we'll see. But unofficial 6:11 is the time to beat.
Last team on the floor.
Final team on the floor out here in the outside lane. Oh, repping the Kristen Holta shirt. 20 seconds to go. They got 5 over-unders to go. See how close they can get to finishing. 12 teams in, 1 team remaining. Two reps short. And the women's RX division has completed the Navy race. First of 6 tests over the course of 2 days. 3 of which will be today, 3 of which will be tomorrow. So the RX men teams of 2 done. The RX women teams of 2 done. The mixed teams of 2 will be coming up next. While the judges are getting organized and reloading the dumbbells, we'll just give you a close-up of the teams here. Team Thrust Issues. Great name. What's your team name? What's your team name?
Los Super Cubis.
Super Pibes. All right, let's see it. Yeah, let's do this. Just check in with all the teams. What's the team name here?
The bear and the what? Björn and Bitte.
Björgen og Vita. How's my Norwegian? It's okay. Young guns? Let's see the guns.
That's us.
Where's the guns? Yeah, there we go. Unite couple? Yeah, good, good. Team Gook. Did I say that right? Where are you guys from?
Spain.
España. Vamos a España. Hey, how about that match last night? You guys watch the game?
I'm not a
Yes, we have. Me, yes.
Yeah. Hey, it was a good game, even if you just like sports. It was very fun. Maybe a couple empty here. What team are you guys?
Training. Number 6.
Complaining training.
Yeah. We complain all the time.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. What team is this? Team name? Avocado Butts? Why?
Because we have a shirt with an avocado and butt.
Oh, okay. I love it. Team Ja?
Yep.
Ja or Ja? Yeah. Hustle? Oh, let's see it. And round the Team Arena Coaching CrossFit Lillehammer. You guys went for the shortest team name? All right, maybe we missed one or two, but that was kind of fun to get to see all the teams here in the mixed division. RX taking on the Navy race. 10 seconds to the start time, 8-minute time cap, 9.63 on the sync burpee over the obstacle, 80 centimeters on the obstacle, shuttle run between 9 and 6 and 6 and 3 directly into 10 dumbbell snatches and 5 sync over obstacles for 5 rounds, the last of which will be done without the waist rep. No rep out of the gate there for Arena Coaching CrossFit Lillehammer. Great news is that they're actually in the lanes that they were assigned to, so I'll be able to identify them more easily in this regard. Oh no, Team Gook having trouble with the weight vest in the middle of the floor. And wow, we already have a team onto the shuttle runs over there. Pretty sizable lead considering only 9 reps there at the start. Jorgo Bitet could be that team in the lead. Getting back to the shuttles, and there is Team Ya. Second down into the set of 6 burpees. As oh man, and that woman on Team Gook's vest is just not secured at all. They had plenty of time to do that. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe she should watch more soccer. Several of the teams here in the set of 6. Jorgen Bitet taking off for the second and final shuttle run. Coming over, clear jump over the obstacle there for the male athlete on that team. See them there finishing that shuttle run and getting back down. They're going to go into the final 3 sync burpee over, and then they'll head to the dumbbells for the first time. There they go onto that first set of 10 synchro dumbbell snatches. Team Ya in the foreground, second onto the dumbbell. Top 2 in the heat right now. Looks like Unite Couple is the third team to pick up the dumbbells. So those are the top 3 teams in the heat. And then way out here, outside lane, we have CrossFit Lillehammer. Now moving into what I believe is 4th in the heat. A few other teams joining at the same time. And right there, this team is being sent to do a shuttle run in the white that they should not have to do. So absolutely could get that time credited back right there, I think. Just like to kind of keep track of that there in case Roger needs to use any of this footage later to help review. So a few logistical issues in terms of the flow of the workout for some of the teams in some of the heats. We want to give the best opportunity to correct that after the fact, if at all possible. When you are an athlete in the sport of CrossFit working on the field of play, best thing you can do is listen to your judge and do what they tell you to do. If you think it was something incorrect, You can file an appeal afterwards and hope for the best. But arguing with the judge on the field of play usually isn't just going to be a waste of time for everybody. One set of dumbbells into the third round at this point. They're working on the over-unders in that round. Take our walk down there towards the leaders in the heat. You see them there getting to that dumbbell. Now all black. Advancing the dumbbells into the fourth round. These are the leaders right now in this heat, the only heat of the RX men's division. Four minutes down, 4 minutes to go, 8-minute time cap. Most of the teams have been able to finish under the cap so far. Pretty big separation here in the mixed division. In the first workout of the day, first workout of the weekend. Fourth round of dumbbell snatches for Björgen and Pittet. Rep for rep here for thrust issues and super pibes. One round behind the leaders. Team Ya. Way down there, the blue t-shirt on the male athlete. Second one's into there. 5 over-unders before dropping off the weight vest and getting into the final round of work. Team Ya about 3 reps behind them. Just approaching the 5-minute mark, 3 minutes to the time cap. Here they go to drop off the weight vests. And about 10 seconds behind them will be Team Ya, glancing down the field. Clear hurdle over the obstacle. Nothing wrong with that there. Final 15 reps coming up for the heat leaders right now, looking to take the early lead in this division. Björgen Ogebitet. Super Pibes. Third or fourth in the heat at this point. Here we go, last 5 over-unders for the leaders. Team Ya, far side of the floor, not going to be able to catch them in, and that's going to be the win for the mixed division. First place team on event number 1. Well done.
Thank you.
Team Ya does get across second place. They were second place throughout a majority of the heat. Unite couple here. Cannot drop the dumbbells. Cannot drop the dumbbells. One more rep being called back for that. Appropriately so. Athletes were briefed very clearly on that this morning. That's going to open up the door for Lillehammer in the far lane over there, who's got now about a 2-rep lead over Unite couple. Another mistaken flow for that team in the all-white there. The dumbbells advancing with the weight vests not being on doesn't quite add up, so not sure what's going on in that lane, but we do get Lillehammer and then Unite couple across the line. Team Hustle coming to the dumbbells on the far side of the floor. In the meantime, we have the complaining training team getting in. Behind us here, there's Super Pibes just edging out thrust issues. Wow, great, such a great name. Team Ya, last 10 reps of the dumbbell snatch here, 5 over-unders to follow. Hustle working on their over-unders. Left side of the screen. Gook, right side of the screen. And Avocado Butts in the white.
10, 9.
Under the cap, Gook should have edged out Hustle, but it'd be very close. And Avocado Butt stuck on the floor. I think they have reason for appeal, though. Could have finished the workout for sure. We'll have to see how it plays out. This is the only event that's going to be out on the football arena. The rest of them will be inside the Furuset Forum, which is just right over there, that building in the distance there that you see. So RX divisions have finished up here on the football arena with the Navy race. Thank you to Nikolai Bilodel and Navy Race for making this one possible. We'll be back middle of the day today inside the arena for some gymnastics work RX seems to be taking on. My name is Brian Friend. This is Norwegian Throwdown 2024. Appreciate you guys being with us, and we'll see you for event number 2 inside the Furuset Hockey Arena in a couple of hours.